This was actually my first cut ever, and it also was her first and my first #1 ever.
Wow, congratulations, give it up.
So I kind of liken that to like walking on a golf course and saying, I'm gonna play golf today, and hitting a hole-in-one. Wow. And so it's really a magical moment, but just for the inspiration behind it. So understand, my biggest influence as a writer is 88 to 95 hip hop. I literally grew up on a diet of Snoop Dogg and Busta Rhymes, okay? And I actually bookended from like 3 Feet High and Rising, De La Soul, to Stakes is High, De La Soul, and everything in between is golden, right?
Genius.
So when I started in high school, I was a rapper, like legitimately tried to make it as a rapper. I actually thought I was in native tongues, even though I was from Los Angeles. Okay, and I've told that story to Tip, Shaheed, and Fife, and they all laugh at me. But when everybody knew me as a rapper, and I was developing a girl group kind of on the side. I was a booking agent and kind of didn't know what I wanted to do in the music industry and was kind of like bouncing around. And I was developing a girl group on the side. And an unknown J.R. Rodham at the time, who was like my best friend, was like, why don't you try writing the songs? You know, you rap, you write funny songs, like try writing something for real. So I went through his tracks, and the first track I pulled out was this Tainted Love sample, right, from Soft Cell. So I didn't realize I knew melody, but I wrote it like a rap song because that's all I know how to do, right? So if you listen to it, like, I'm obsessive when just the thought of you comes up, and I'm aggressive because just one thought ain't close enough. But seriously, when I wrote it, I knew nothing about melody, and it just kind of like by accident came out. And like everything was overthought. And since then, as a pop songwriter, I've realized obviously less is more. So to me, this song is almost like by accident because it's really wordy, and there's like a lot of like metaphors. Like the whole second verse, I took 80s song titles and strung them together to create the second verse because I thought it was cool to pay homage to the 80s. No one noticed that in pop music, but as like a former rapper, I was like, oh, that's the shit, you know, like, like yeah, you know, like so. But that's where that song came from. That song's actually like essentially a rap song. When I wrote the lyrics from that, it was actually coming from a very, very, very like dysfunctional place of being obsessive about a relationship and aggressive and like my thoughts are driving me crazy and like it was a really negative place. But when Rihanna sang it, it came this like she turned 18 the day that I was at the video shoot that she shot the video, and it was like this beautiful like desperate love song, you know, and it worked for her in that way, but for me it was from such a like fucked up place, you know. So anyway, that's like a really roundabout, you know, mishmash of that story, but I had to tell it.
Great story though. Give it up for Evan.